With us now to give his side of the story, retired ICE Director Tom Homan. Tom, what happened?
Well, it's what we expected. I mean, I had a warning before I even got on the train going to Philadelphia. There was a petition of several hundred students and faculty that didn't want this event to happen. And, you know, they should have did the research on me. I won't be bullied. So I got on the train. I came to the campus. I walked in the building to give a presentation with two other presenters. There was three of us there on the stage along with the MC. And, of course, it never started. As soon as the MC approached the podium to open up the event, the protest started. And it was only when campus officials and campus security decided to empty the room that we left the stage.
Here's a statement from those who are clearly not part of the Tom Homan fan club. It says, under Homan, ICE continued to be a violent organization responsible for terrorizing immigrant communities. Inviting Homan as a guest speaker contradicts Penn's claim of being a sanctuary campus. Tom, what does this incident say to you about the state of higher education in our country?
Well, let me tell you, that statement is ignorant. And the ones who want to shout down a meaningful discussion, they will remain ignorant because they stood outside the building with their signs and they didn't allow anybody to speak. Tom Homan spent his career enforcing laws of this country. I did it for 34 years under 6 presidents. Nothing changed. As a matter of fact, the Trump administration has actually removed less illegal aliens than the Obama administration did. So I don't know where all this hate and races, where was all that back there in FY12? We never heard of that. But it's really sad because I think it's an institution of higher learning, and half the audience wasn't there to learn. The sad part is half the audience, I was watching the reaction on their faces, they're as disgusted as I was. They were there to ask pointed questions. This is a serious issue. 31% of women are being raped making this journey. Children are dying. This is a big issue for this country, and it deserves conversation and debate. And I felt sorry for the other half of the audience that was really, truly there to learn some things. So
yeah,
it's unfortunate. It really is.
Yeah, the thing that's caught my eye is that 2 other people were going to be joining you on stage, and one of them has been openly critical of President Trump's sanctuary city policy. So it seems like it would have been a really well-rounded discussion. So for those folks that didn't get a chance to hear you, what would you have told those students?
Well, actually, after they emptied the room and we went to a smaller room, campus officials brought in probably 20 to 30 students who wanted to talk. So we met with those that, you know, many of those that wanted to talk. We had a really, really good discussion for about an hour. We didn't agree on everything, of course, but it was a good debate. And I noticed that, you know, the media this morning made a statement that, you know, during the protest, my reactions, I chuckled on stage. At one point, I did chuckle because I look over to the window and there's people outside holding signs. One young man, really upset and yelling and screaming, had a sign "Abolish ICE," and he misspelled "abolish." So I'm thinking he probably should spend more time in the classroom and less time protesting. I'm sure his family's paying a lot of money for his education. Look, it's unfortunate. You can't ignore this issue. You can't bully yourself out of this issue. You can't shut down free speech. This is a serious issue for this nation, and it needs to be discussed, and the truth needs to get out. And I'm just unfortunate we weren't able to have that discussion.
And you'd like to think at an Ivy League school like UPenn that the individuals are smart enough to understand that hearing both sides of an issue makes the arguments stronger in the end for both sides, but clearly that is not the case today. Tom Homan, thank you as always. We appreciate your time this morning.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, the time is now 18 minutes after the hour. The Washington Nationals take a 2-game lead in the World Series.